Abby, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this look right here. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe so you can check out my other videos when I upload. And other than that, let's just hop right on into the video. The first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be priming. I'm going to be taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and applying that to my lid. And then I'm blending it out with a damp beauty blender. First, I'm dipping into the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm taking the shade Burnt Orange for our transition shade. I'm going to be dabbing it into the crease at first, and once I have it set down in the crease, then I'm going to blend. Next, I'm going into the Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette and taking the shade Saffron on a Morphe M441 brush, and I'm going to be blending that into the crease. Then I'm going into the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, and I'm going to be dipping into that bright red shade right there, and I'm applying this to the lid and blending it into the crease. I'm just taking a little bit more of that Huda Beauty shade and applying it into the crease again just to deepen it up a bit. I'm then going to be cutting the crease. I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape and a little definer brush, and I'm going to be, like I said, cutting the crease halfway. Now I'm going to go back into my Huda Beauty palette and taking my Morphe E17 brush, I'm going into the shade Amethyst. And at first, I'm just going to use this brush to get a big bunch set there over the concealer. Then I'm going to be taking my Morphe M149 brush, and I'm going into that same shade, and this is just a little bit more precise to get it around the edges. Taking the Morphe M441 brush again, I'm going back into Saffron and just lightly dipping in there and then tapping off the excess so I can start to blend the purple into the red. Okay, the next step of this is what I think is the hardest part. This is actually the first time I've ever tried this technique. It's where you do like the empty space liner type thing. So I'm going to be going back in with my Tarte Shape Tape again, and I'm going to be essentially just going in and as if I was doing like liner. I don't really know how to explain it, so it's like best to watch, but I will also need to go in with a few coats of the concealer because the shadow is so pigmented and dark that the concealer kind of changed more of like a pinky shade rather than like the concealer, so I'm going to need to do that to make sure it maintains its like concealer skin tone shade. So I'm just trying to go in as best as I can and do like I'm lining the lash line, and then I'm just gonna go like this and eventually make it like bigger and bigger. So basically you are just like doing a wing, except there's gonna be no tail to the end of the wing. Okay, it was actually so much easier to do on this eye than this eye, and I think it's probably because like that was the second time I've done it rather than the first, but I guess that shows that once you do it a couple times, it'll get a lot easier, because honestly that was actually really easy to do that time. The first time it was like super difficult and I was really dreading having to do it again, but I think it turned out like really good. Next for the glitter, I'm taking, there's a hair. I'm taking the Stila Magnificent Metals glitter in Diamond Dust, and I'm going to be using the same brush that I just used for the concealer, although I've like wiped it off. And then I'm just going to dip into this and grab glitter, and I'm going to be using this in the crease where we cut it. For lashes, I'm going to be going off camera to apply them, but I'm going to be using Villain Lashes in the style Queen of Hearts. I'm absolutely obsessed with these. I love how they look, and I love how just like dramatic and like gorgeous they are. And I have a code where you can save money. It is Abby10, and you can get 10% off with that, so I will leave that link down below. To prime, I'm going to be using my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Primer. I'm going to apply this mainly to the area around my nose, but I just put a dot on my chin and I'm going to blend it out in a second. And I'm also going to bring it around the side where I have highlight, or where I will have highlight. I'm going to blend out the chin, and I'm going to go underneath the eyes. Because I have such bad wrinkles, I mean, I might as well. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation, and I'm going to start off by applying this with the Sigma F80 brush, and then I'm going to go in with more of the like finer details with a damp beauty blender. This foundation shade is the lightest shade that they have, and it's still like a little bit too dark for me because I'm so pale, but I just ordered the like 2-hour tanning mousse from Loving Tan. It's gonna get here in like 2 days, and I'm so excited. I haven't fake tanned in such a long time, and I miss being like tan. Next, I'm going to be applying my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer underneath my eyes, and I'm then going to be blending it with the Beauty Blender. Then with my Coty Loose Airspun Powder, I'm going to be setting my whole face. Then I'm going to be taking my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer with my Hoola bronzing brush, and I'm going to be bronzing up my face. For blush, I'm using the Anastasia Radiant Blush Kit, and I'm going to be taking this shade right here. For highlight, I'm going to be using my Morphe R36 brush, and I'm going to be first going into Becca Champagne Pop and applying that to the normal highlight places. And then I'm going into my Mary Luminizer by the Balm and applying that right over the top of those places. Then I'm going to be spraying my whole face with MAC Fix Plus to melt everything together. For the lower lash line, I'm going to be going back into my Huda palette and taking the shade Saffron. I'm going to be going in at the outer portion and blending it in towards the center of the lower lash line. Then I'm going be taking the Morphe M149 brush with the same shade, and I'm going to use this to get super close to the lower lash line. Then for the lower lash line mascara, I'm applying L'Oreal Telescopic. For lips, I'm going to start off by lining them with the My Looking Glass lip liner in the shade Dusty Rose. Then I'm going to be applying the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Femi. And then finally, I'm going to be taking the Jouer Lip Topper in Funfetti, and I'm just going to be applying that right over the top. Okay, so that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!